What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for Coffee and Crypto on a beautiful Thursday day. And I hope you brought the energy, baby, because I am on one this morning and I haven't even cracked open my Monster Energy drink just yet. Now, have been a little bit under the weather, but I'm feeling much better. I should be good to go in a few days. Good morning, everyone. Make sure you clickety-clack that like button. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Links to everything is in the description down below. Follow me on Instagram. It's a good time. More personal stuff on Instagram, but follow me on Twitter if you want to stay up to date on all the hottest cryptocurrency news. Now, as you can see on the day chart, we are down quite a bit on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And one of the catalysts that people were talking about was the fact that maybe Tesla is no longer bullish on Bitcoin, but that's not the reason why they sold their Bitcoin. You see, they had their earnings numbers, they had their earnings report just come out recently, and what had happened was, although they didn't do too bad, if they did not sell their Bitcoin, almost $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, around $29,000, well, they would have been negative on their when it comes to cash flow, right? So they had to make sure that when those numbers came out to their investors and to the people that, like their products, that it looks good on paper. And if they didn't sell their Bitcoin, it would not look good on paper. So right now they're plus about 600 and something million dollars when it comes to cash. So a lot of people are freaking out about that, and a lot of people will spin the story saying, Elon Musk is not bullish on Bitcoin anymore, yada yada yada, he doesn't like cryptocurrency. But what I thought was hilarious is that, of course, the media is going to spin that story. Like, he has to do what he has to do for his company. Tesla comes first. He's still bullish on cryptocurrency, and he even said, "I'm not a day trader. He's not a trader. He wants to buy something and hold it." Now, he did sell, I think, about $100 million worth of Bitcoin when it pumped to about 43,000, because he bought most of his Bitcoin around $30,000. He sold 100, I think it was 100 millions worth at $43,000, which made him a nice profit. And he wanted to prove that, hey, this can be used for liquidity. And then he ended up selling 75% of his remaining bag recently, around the $29,000 mark. So he didn't really lose much, right? Because he bought it for an average of $30,000 at the beginning, spent 100 million of that at $43,000, and then now still has 25% less at around $23,000, and of course he sold 75% of that at $29,000. So he didn't really lose much, right? So just keep in mind that he has to. Yeah, he's a businessman, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay, so of course the title of today is: Will Ethereum ETH 2.0 flip Bitcoin eventually? Now, this is Bitcoin dominance. Pretty much, when we look at the cryptocurrency market, we look at Big Daddy Bitcoin, right? That's what we've been calling it on this channel. What is up, chat? Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. You're all vibrant today. Clickety-clack that like button. Push us up in the old algorithm. And first of all, I gotta crack this monster open for a second here. I gotta crack this monster. I'm on one today. We got some good videos to react to too. Some good news. Malik, I don't have any Colt Dow just yet. I should have bought some because it was going crazy. All right. People calling Elon Musk a paper hands. And it is my pool day today. So you got to hit them biceps today and the back. Remember, if you're hitting chest, you got to hit back. If you're hitting, quads, you got to hit hamstrings. You got to hit all of your body, okay? Not just the glamour muscles. Anyways, okay, this is Bitcoin dominance. When we look at the cryptocurrency market, we look at Big Daddy Bitcoin. Everything tends to move with Bitcoin. But over the years, it looks like Bitcoin dominance has gone down quite significantly. We see over here in 2014, it was like at 98%. And of course, with all the altcoins coming into the market, Bitcoin dominance started to drop and is dropping even more. Now, it was pretty low in 2018, and it's around those same levels, a little bit higher at 43%. Is ETH 2.0 going to be Serenity, Ethereum, right? Is Serenity going to be the project that flips Bitcoin? Well, Vitalik he just came out and said that at the end of the roadmap, Ethereum 2.0, targeted for September, will end at the end of its roadmap being able to process 100,000 transactions per second. That's pretty cool. Seeing as right now, they can handle about 30-something. Yeah, 30-something to 100,000. That's a big deal. Now, we are expecting the merger to happen in September. Will they stick to the date? And what does it mean when ETH 2.0 launches into a bear market? Keep in mind, a lot of Ethereum is going to be unlocked. Will people panic sell? Because who knows what's going to happen to the market? We don't know. We don't know. Now, a lot of people are calling and saying this is the bottom. Inflation's, everything's priced in already. Who knows? I'm hearing more things about, maybe a shortage of like food, a food crisis in September. And who knows what's happening with the war over in Europe right now, right? When it comes to Russia and Ukraine, we don't know what's going to go on. There's a lot of question marks right now around the world. So we don't know. Of course, we are getting that data to see what's up with the interest rate hikes next week. That's going to be a big, big catalyst for what's going to happen in the market. Maybe. And thank you so much for holding it down on Twitch, Rorschach. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay. So look at people are saying 100 BPS, 75 BPS. Who knows? Who knows? But I think that if we get anything less than 100, I think we're going to see some movement. But who knows, right? Who knows? Now, it was nice to have a little pump over the last few days, but as you can see, it's gone down quite a bit, 6% over the last day. Now, I put a post up. I'm not saying that I always call the tops, but guys, sometimes it just feels artificial. Sometimes you got to take some profits. And if your dollar cost averaging, even at the bottom, which you should be, right? Which you should be. That's why it's good to sit on the sidelines, make extra money, do what you can to have extra cash to ape into crypto, to ape into some of these your favorite projects, right? Products with a good team, products that have been around for a while, products that are transparent. Always keep the community up to date. Projects that don't offer insane APY. Those projects you want to DCA and pick a few. You don't have to pick 50. You could pick 5. You could pick 10, right? Sometimes we get stuck in the paralysis of analysis, right? And we're like, oh, I don't know which products to buy. Look, if they're a small, Shiba, not Shiba Inu, but like a small Inu coin, you probably should be a little apprehensive about hodling that one and DCAing into that one. But if it's a bigger project that's established, that's not named Celsius, Voyager, or Terra Luna, well, maybe you should, consider dollar cost averaging into those projects and say, hey, at least I got it on a discount. So when it pumps, you can take a little profits and keep repeating the routine, right? Okay, so will ETH 2.0 be the catalyst that flips Bitcoin? That'll be very interesting. Now, Bitcoin, the only true commodity, in my opinion, the only true commodity. Now, it's a store of value, but the dominance has been going down. And it's only natural. Guys, when you think of the internet, you think of what has gotten us to the point we're at today. When it comes to the internet, not all the same companies are still here. There are some, but not all the same companies are still here. So just because something got us here today doesn't mean it's going to be here 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years down the road. But we'll have to see about that. This is not a... Oh, wait, is this... I don't know. My friends gave it to me. I don't think so. No, it's a brewer festival. My buddy gave it to me. So we'll see what's up with that. But that's interesting. Interesting story. Interesting story. Let's talk about this real quick. So Bitcoin slides, but the crypto market is worth 1 trillion again, even as Tesla sells out. I don't like this. It's like first of all, they sold out at $29,000, and it's been a while since Bitcoin's been at $29,000. So keep that in mind, right? But they are a little better, ASMR fan. I am feeling a little better, actually. So of course we knew that was going to be the headline, that Elon Musk, the paper hands, didn't, selling his Bitcoin and those sorts of things. It's like I get it, but he did it for the greater good of Tesla. And we don't know what's going on with SpaceX because they're not public yet, right? We really don't know what's going on with them. So you have to keep that in mind. A lot of people are saying, well, I thought he had money to buy Twitter and stuff. Like Elon could have money that we don't know about. So keep that in mind. Oh, so Tesla's up 7%. Nice. Well, they had a good report, right? It wasn't bad. So a recent rally in cryptocurrencies lost speed on Thursday, with the price of Bitcoin down 3% and other cryptocurrencies sliding back as investors digested news that Tesla, up 7% today, had sold the lion's share of its digital asset holdings. The price of Bitcoin fell 3% over the past 24 hours, below 23,000, having advanced as far as 24,200 on yesterday, and on Wednesday, which is yesterday. And I know a lot of people we're hoping for 28,000. 28,000 is a critical mark for Bitcoin, right? The largest digital asset has given up some gains, but remains more than 50% higher from a week ago. So keep that in mind. Yes, Bitcoin is down, but still 15% higher than a week ago. As a result of a rally that has brought the total market capitalization of cryptocurrency back above $1 trillion. Seems that $1 trillion may be the standard. The crypto market capped out at nearly $3 trillion in November 2021, when Bitcoin was almost 3 times more valuable than it is now, and bottomed near $800 billion in the depths of the sell-off that reached the most severe point last month. Digital assets remain down in the dumps after the price crash, but venture capitalist funding in the space remains strong, and fears of the new crypto winter have been tempered by optimism that the industry will consolidate and grow stronger. And speaking of optimism, JP Morgan says, and this is the second positive post, one of the biggest statements they've said on cryptocurrency. They said, JP Morgan says, the extreme bearish phase seen in crypto market between May and June appears to be behind us. So those are positive words coming from one of the biggest banks. Now, a lot of people say the things they say are just for manipulating the market so they can get in, right? Maybe. But they even said before, when Bitcoin was down, that it was undervalued at that moment. JP Morgan thought at that point, I forgot what the numbers were, that Bitcoin was undervalued. So that's good to hear that positive sentiment from someone like a big bank, because before it was big banks versus crypto, but it seems like everyone wants to get into cryptocurrency now. Excuse me. Bitcoin's latest declines comes despite strength in the stock market. Crypto should, in theory, trade independently of mainstream financial market, but have shown themselves to be largely correlated with the stocks. And we know that, right? And especially tech stocks, right? We always talk about that. Cryptocurrencies are tech stocks in a way. They're not, but they are, right? That's how they're traded. The tech-heavy NASDAQ ended 1.6% higher on Wednesday, and futures tracking the index implied more gains to come on Thursday. One piece of downbeat news for the digital asset space came in tandem with earnings from Tesla's ticker TSLA, the electric vehicle giant run by high-profile crypto fan Elon Musk. Tesla sold about 75% of its 42,000 Bitcoin last quarter for around $30,000 each, roughly the same price they paid for the crypto in early 2021. So pretty much netting no loss. If anything, they gained some when they sold it at a higher price as a test sale, right? Selling at those levels is an impressive feat considering the price of the token plummeted depths below 18,000 in the same 3-month period. Bitcoin's worst quarter since 2011, a year in which it crossed the $1 threshold for the first time. Tesla continues to own about 241 million worth of Bitcoin at current prices, but the recent sell, which helped it dodge losses upwards of 300 million from writing down its holding, represented high-profile capitulation during the turbulent period, right? Keep that in mind. So it helped it dodge losses of upwards of $300 million. So if they didn't sell their Bitcoin, they would show losses of $300 million, which is not what they want. And apparently Elon Musk says that Tesla pretty much their factories, they burn money, right? They have factories that are not really fully operational in other countries. So keep that in mind. So it says in other cryptos, Ethereum is down 1.3%. The second largest digital asset fell 5% to $1,500. The token underpinned the Ethereum blockchain network has recently been outperforming Bitcoin and is pacing its larger peers' decline as the current rally loses speed. Among altcoins or smaller cryptos, Solana dropped 9% and Cardano was 8% lower. Meme coins initially intended as internet jokes were similarly weaker, with Dogecoin being down 0.9% and Shiba Inu being down 1%, shedding 7% and 8% respectively. Thank you so much for all the well wishes. I'm getting a little better. So they sold so that they didn't look bad, and it looks good for their holders. Like Elon Musk is always thinking 10 steps ahead, even though the media is going to spin this as a bad thing for cryptocurrency. So let's talk about this real quick. So a further decline in crypto could signal market bottom, says veteran market investor Mark Mobius.
What inning is the United States in, Mark, in terms of hiking? What do you think?
I stick to my initial statement that you've got to read the playbook. Playbook of the Fed is you've got to raise rates above inflation. Now, inflation is 9%. That means interest rates have got to go up to higher than that, assuming, of course, that inflation does not go down. Okay, but as it looks now, 0.75% is nothing. It's got to be 1, 2, 3% rises in order to really attack the inflation in the view of this central bank. I'm not particularly enamored by that approach, but that's the point.
When would the stock?
So we're expecting interest rates to keep raising. Obviously, we have to keep raising interest rates, right? Now, how aggressively are they going to go? I think they have to get aggressive right now in the short term, right?
Stock market discount the end of the hiking phase? Would it be 2 percentage points before, 3%? It would obviously the market would probably bottom and start rising before you got to the end of the cycle. But it sounds like you're talking about, I don't know. I don't know what you mean, what you think as far as duration goes. Does that sound like a period of years to you, or more than a year, so that you wouldn't be that bullish on the U.S. market for another year?
Well, you must remember the U.S. market has already tanked. I mean, if you define a 20% decline as a bear market, we're in a bear market.
So he's saying, and this is a point that people had to bring up, like, oh, the market's already tanked. Could this be the bottom? It could be, but that's not what we're here. That's not what we're feeling. That's not the sentiment we're getting, right? So keep in mind, if you think, and especially cryptocurrency market, look how bad it's dropped, 50%, it's crazy. So if you consider that a bear market, well, we're obviously already in a bear market, but are we going to go down more? Excuse me. And how long is it going to take us to really defeat inflation? I know that Europe, when it comes to the pound or the euro, I know that it wasn't as bad as they thought they were going to raise it, right? Let's continue.
Market already. It can go lower. Probably will go a little lower, but the market has somewhat already discounted a lot. But let's keep an eye on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies. As you know, all of those cryptocurrency exchanges are in trouble. And I fear that a real further decline, of course, cryptocurrencies have recovered a little bit, but if they decline substantially more, then that would be a signal for reaching the bottom of the stock market as well, because it's really a very good sentiment indicator.
So what he means by that is that what people say is that like assets like a cryptocurrency, when they start to bottom first, right? They start to bottom or pump before the actual stock market, right? So that's what he's saying about that being an indicator. And when he talks about exchanges, well, hopefully we're at the end of these big cryptocurrency products getting exposed because, for the bear market, because of the bear market, like they were just over leveraged and those sorts of things. Hopefully that's the end of it, because if we have like another big cryptocurrency exchange go under, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good thing.
Okay, then we've covered this part of the world. Where are you really excited about the opportunities geographically right now for stocks?
Well, geographically, I would say in Asia generally, because the currencies have really declined a lot and they're very productive. But India is probably at the top of the list. India's got incredible growth prospects, young population. They're really taking advantage of all the technology. A lot of the manufacturing will be moving from China to India. Already, they're exporting a lot of software.
So he's saying that they're bullish on Asia, and then that's crazy that a lot of the technology and software people are moving to out of Asia to India. That's cool. Well, China to India. India kind of killing it when it comes to cryptocurrency, they are the harshest when it comes to cryptocurrency laws. Now we're going to watch a video it's kind of a weird conspiracy theory, which I didn't really see. And we'll talk about Celsius from Clear Value Tax, which to me is very interesting. Now, this covers the wider state of the world when it comes to just like how the rich get richer. And it's a very interesting video. It's called The Great Reset. Of course, this is our boy Clear Value Tax, a huge wealth transfer by disaster capitalism. Interesting. And I watched this yesterday and I was really tripping out about it. And I thought I wanted to share it with you guys because first, we love Clear Value Tax and it's good information. Now I'm going to play this. I'm going to take a piss and I'll be right back. But you guys tune in and listen and then we'll react to it.
Today's video, I'm going to tell you about the Great Reset. I'm also going to give you my take on it. But honestly, I'm just calling it like it is. You don't have to agree with me, but I just hope that you can see my perspective, my point of view. We're going to begin with disaster capitalism. So what is disaster capitalism? So my definitions, these are my own words. Disaster capitalism is when there's a crisis or a disaster, rich people, they just try to make more money because they're opportunistic. So let me give you an example from the movie Trading Places. So this is a perfect illustration of what I'm talking about.
Some globe try to shit with it, in, right? Okay, you want mellow lemon shit, right? That's a cheap vase, man.
This
That
is
was
funny.
fake, right?
I think we paid $35,000 for it. But I seem to remember we estimated its value at $50,000 for the insurance company. You see, Mortimer, William has already made us a profit of $15,000.
So awkward.
So basically, just simply put, a disaster happens and rich people, they come in and they see an opportunity to make money.
I mean, that's the move right now, right? That's what they say. You know, the rich get richer. Why? Because they have more capital to deploy when things are when the world is in a turmoil, right?
Now, let me tell you about Naomi Klein. So Klein is a professor at the University of British Columbia, and she wrote a book called The Shock Doctrine. So her book, it was about disaster capitalism. Her definition and her perspective about disaster capitalism, it's somewhat different than mine. However, I agree with a lot of her concepts. So let me give you the gist of what Klein is talking about. So Klein gave a real life example. In 2004, we had the Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. So this disaster, it killed 230,000 people and millions of people. They lost everything. So this was the biggest disaster in modern history. Klein pointed out that local residents, farmers, and small business owners, they were forced to evacuate out. However, at the same time, big developers, they were coming in and they were building resorts and they were building their own businesses. So Klein says that disaster capitalism, that's when there's a destabilizing event and private interests, they come in to reconstruct to their benefits. So it's basically a disaster and then they build back better, basically in a way that benefits them. So that's how she put it. My definition, I guess it's not as eloquent. My definition is that rich people, they just try to make more money when something goes bad. So the wealth transfer, that occurs when the rich people, they just try to get more money from the everyday people. I don't know about you, but this sounds pretty straightforward to me. So you don't have to be rich. So you do not have to be rich to apply this concept of disaster capitalism. The only difference is that the rich people, they have more money to work with.
We talk about that, right? We talked about having money on the sidelines for when there's a fat dip so we can ape in too. And although it's, unless it's some crazy altcoin, we're not going to become millionaires off a few $1,000 investment. But you can make some life-changing money. Now, if you're working with hundreds of thousands of dollars, well, then that's when you can make millions of dollars and those sorts of things, right?
So I'm going to give you some examples. If there's a housing bubble and the housing bubble pops, then what do? You buy property. If the stock market crashes, so if everybody is saying sell, 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 and there's a fire sale, then what do? You buy stocks. When a pandemic happens, how do you make money? How do you get rich off that? You get the Federal Reserve to print an excessive amount of money and pump up financial assets, which are owned mostly by rich people. So there's an opportunity in disaster. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that you get it. This is where people, they go one step further. They get creative and they come up with conspiracy theories. So for example, the Great Reset. So what is the Great Reset? The Great Reset is a theory that there's an elite group of politicians and capitalists, and they're trying to establish this whole new world order. It's basically a big socialist government. So every year, the World Economic Forum, they have a meeting. This is attended by an elite group of politicians, rich business leaders, and powerful executives in media companies. So this exclusive group, they get together to talk about international agenda. So they meet at a ski resort in the Swiss Alps. So, I mean, this sounds perfect for a conspiracy theory, right? So take a look at these video clips, and I mean, you can see for yourself what I'm talking about.
We have a golden opportunity to seize something good from this crisis. Its unprecedented shockwaves may well make people more receptive to big visions of change.
What is it that would make it so that history would look at this crisis as the great opportunity for reset?
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty,
Trudeau is such a soy boy.
inequality, and climate change.
After watching those video clips, I wouldn't blame you for being suspicious about a conspiracy theory. So the World Economic Forum, this is what they want. They want corporations to stop focusing just on their shareholders. They want corporations to partner with governments and serve society by creating value for communities. Now, I'm going to read you off a list of the partners of the World Economic Forum. The list was long, so I just cherry-picked the more name-brand ones. So here's a list of partners: Amazon, Apple, BlackRock, BP, Chevron, Coca-Cola, Deutsche Bank, Facebook, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Microsoft, Moderna, Nestle, PayPal, Pfizer, Shell, Verizon, Western Union. So even I'll admit, that's a scary list. Like, you don't want those people to team up against you. So the World Economic Forum, they want to transform these companies to become the custodians of society. And again, these companies, they are partners of the World Economic Forum. The head of the World Economic Forum said, the pandemic represents a rare but narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world, to create a healthier, more equitable, and more prosperous future. However, the council, they have not executed on any big plans or projects. So there's a lack of clarity. And this just opens up the situation to conspiracy theories. So, I mean, it's got all the right ingredients. So here's how I see the situation. I see this as a bunch of rich people just trying to make more money. So the question is, how are they trying to make more money? They're trying to make more money by selling you a story that sounds very nice. But in reality, all they want to do is create new investment opportunities for themselves that will benefit them. So the Great Reset. So I just want you to know that the Great Reset, it is an ongoing story that is talked about whenever something goes bad. Now, let me give you some examples. Lehman Brothers was founded in 1850. And when they collapsed in 2008, they had 26,000 employees. So many of you clearly remember the 2008 crash. I remember it. It was a disaster. Washington Mutual, Countrywide, Bear Stearns, even General Motors, they had to get bailed out. So during that disaster, the same thing happened. People are saying that this is the Great Reset. However, I mean, nothing changed. We didn't turn socialist, at least, well, not too socialist. So 2020 happens, the pandemic. So more Great Reset talks. So again, nothing happens. 2022, Russia invades Ukraine, more Great Reset talks. So let me tell you about 2022, Russia invading Ukraine, and how this ties in with the Great Reset. So previously, America was on the gold standard. It was the Bretton Woods system where you could exchange your dollars for gold. So President Nixon, he ended that system in 1971. So people are saying that we're entering Bretton Woods 2.0. This is where the US dollar is a fiat currency. It's backed by nothing, which is true. And I agree with that. And then Russia invades Ukraine. America confiscates the dollars that Russia had in their international reserves. So everything is digital, and that was very easy to do. So people are saying that nobody's going to trust the dollar anymore if America plays unfair like that. So they said that this is going to lead to Bretton Woods 3.0 because nobody trusts the dollar anymore, the Great Resets. So people are saying that Russia, they're going off SWIFT. The Chinese and Russians, they're going to create their own financial network. BRIC is going to add Argentina, and the BRICS, they're going to be the new power. So you know what happened to the dollar? Do you know what happened to the dollar after America confiscated Russia's money? It's been skyrocketing in comparison to other currencies. So take a look at this chart. This is the dollar going up in value compared to the euro. What I highlighted in red, that's what happened after America confiscated Russia's dollar.
I'm gonna need those dollars, Russia. I'm gonna need those dollars.
So take a look at the dollar against China's currency, and take a look at the dollar against Argentina's currency.
Jeez.
So just so you know, we get the Great Reset talks. Every disaster, it always happens. But again, I would just chalk it up to just rich people doing their thing. They're just trying to make more money.
Yeah.
So people go a little bit overboard and they, sensationalize this with interesting conspiracy theories. And it gets a lot of views on YouTube and on social media. Now, I believe that the true Great Reset, that's going to be when the United States government can no longer manage their debt, the debt crisis. But I don't think that there's a secret agenda for that situation. I think that's just a case of the government spending more money than they should be, and their negligence about managing the country's finances. And so that'll be a great reset. So I hope that this video has been helpful for just explaining the whole situation about the Great Reset. So let me know your thoughts down below.
Very interesting video to me. Very interesting video to me. But I think we have some breaking news right now. Hold on. Okay, so someone just tagged me in this. Thank you, Illegal Monkey says. Breaking 6 minutes ago. U.S. SEC files insider trading case against Coinbase manager Ihsan Wahi and 2 others. This is dubbed as the first crypto insider trading tipping scheme. What? That's huge. Is this real? Do we have to scour Google for this? That's a huge deal. So I wonder how that'll affect Coinbase stock. Let me see. Coinbase SEC. Insider trading. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. The SEC, this is the SEC. Okay. SEC charges former Coinbase manager, 2 others in crypto asset insider trading action. Oh, former Coinbase manager. So, blah, blah, blah. Security. Oh my God. No boy. Oh, no. Yeah, they were tipping about coins being listed. Oh boy, how'd they find that out? Holy shit. The Securities and Exchange Commission today announced insider trading charges against a former Coinbase product manager, his brother, and his friend for perpetrating a scheme to trade ahead of multiple announcements regarding certain crypto assets that would be made available for trading on the Coinbase platform. So pretty much that is, hey, some few people that were in the Coinbase company got the heads up on, hey, this token or coin is going to be listed. Let's buy into before it gets listed. Interesting. I wonder how they found that out. It says the SEC's complaint alleges that while employed at Coinbase, Ihsan Wahi helped to coordinate the platform's public listing announcements that included what crypto assets or tokens would be made available for trading. According to the SEC's complaint, Coinbase treated such information as confidential and warned its employees not to trade on the basis of or tip others that information. However, from at least June 2021 to April 2022, in breach of his duties, Ihsan repeatedly tipped the timing and content of upcoming listing announcement to his brother, Nikhil Wahi, and his friend Samir Ramani. Ahead of those announcements, which usually resulted in an increase of the asset's price. Of course, I mean, if anything gets listed on Coinbase, it's gonna pump, right? Nikhil Wahi and Ramani allegedly purchased at least 25 crypto assets, at least 9 of which were securities, and then typically sold them shortly after announcements for a profit. The long-running insider trading scheme generated illicit profits totaling more than $1.1 million. Wow, I wonder how they found that out if they were trading in DeFi. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, Max Marks, that's crazy, bro. It continues, we are not concerned with labels, but rather the economic realities of an offering, says Gubler S. Jurwal, director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement. In this case, those realities affirm that a number of crypto assets at issue were securities. And as alleged, the defendants engaged in typical insider trading ahead of their listing on Coinbase. Rest assured, we'll continue to ensure a level playing field for investors, regardless of the label placed on securities involved. So pretty much what they're saying is, hey, it doesn't matter if it's crypto. It doesn't matter what it is right now. And this is setting a precedence right now. This is setting a precedence right now because I'm sure a lot of people at these different cryptocurrency listing platforms have done the same thing. Are they going to come next? Very, very interesting. And the SEC is saying, doesn't matter if it's crypto, doesn't matter if it's the traditional stock market. If things like this happen, we're going to bring the hammer down. Wow. Wow. Okay, so it continues. In nearly a year, the defendants collectively earned over 1.1 million in illegal profits by engaging in an alleged insider trading scheme that repeatedly used material, non-public information to trade ahead of Coinbase listing announcements, said Caroline M. Welshans, acting chief of the Enforcement Division Crypto Assets and Cyber Unit. As today's case demonstrates, whether in equities, options, crypto assets, or other securities, we will vindicate our mission by identifying and combating insider trading in securities wherever we see it. The SEC's complaint filed in federal district court in Seattle, Washington, charges Ishan Wahi, Nikhil Wahi, and Ramani with violating the anti-fraud provision of the securities laws and seeks permanent injunctive relief. Disgorgement, I don't know that disgorgement. I've never seen that word before. With pre-judgment interest and civil penalties. In a parallel action, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York today announced criminal charges against all three individuals. The SEC's investigation, which is ongoing, was conducted by Michael Brennan, Jenny B. Krasner, and Gregory Paget, with assistance from Patrick McCluskey and Donald Battle. The case was supervised by Paul Kim, Joseph. So this is the credits now. Joseph Sanson, chief of the Market Abuse Unit, and Miss Welshin. The litigation will be led by Daniel Maher and Peter Lalas, and division by, okay, this is just a fucking a highlight. And then it ends with, the SEC appreciates the assistance of the U.S. Attorney Office of the Southern District of New York and the FBI. That is crazy. I want to see the details of the investigation, right? That'd be crazy. I want to see the details of the investigation. I would like to know how they found out how they were having insider information. Did someone have their wallet addresses? Were they doing it on DeFi, or were they doing it through different exchanges? See, if they were doing it through different exchanges where you're kind of KYC, well, they're going to see your transaction history. Did someone say something? Someone telling somebody? This is going to be very, very interesting. What do you guys think? This is crazy. Luckily, it's not really a high up official in Coinbase anymore. I mean, it kind of was, but it's not like that huge, right? So that's crazy. That's crazy. Insider trading at crypto is about as rare as Big Macs at McDonald's. We all knew this. Exactly, Crypto Jones. It's just interesting to see that someone got busted for it, right? Yeah, somebody snitched. Because here's the thing. If you work at like a major corporation or something like that where you're trading stocks, if you're trading stock from a brokerage account, like, and if, you know, you're an employee at a company and you have all your information in a brokerage account, well, then they're going to know you're fucking trading, right? But crypto's a little weird because DeFi is different, right? Yeah, I think someone told on somebody. Wow. Damn. Oh, I mean, this kind of really goes back to our theory that the government's watching. They're behind. They're watching. They're in the background watching. It's only a matter of time until they start busting everyone. Isn't everyone insider trading? I mean, we could create a massive pump and dump group, and it. Well, Azam, it depends. Do you work at a company? You know, do you work at a company? I think that's the thing, right? I think it's a little different when you have a pump and dump group. Yeah, pump and dump groups to me are kind of like that. It depends because, say, for example, you become a part of a team, right? If you become a part of a team or a company, and I dump my shares in that cryptocurrency project and tell my Patreon to dump shares in that cryptocurrency product because I know that something is going to happen. Like, say, for example, the CEO got caught doing something illegal, and that'd be some more bad sentiment for the project, right? Why don't they look into Nancy Pelosi? Exactly, Adrian. Rules for thee, but not for me, right? It's so obvious there's different rules for the elite in our country. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. Yeah, exactly, awesome. But yeah, it's so obvious, Adrian. It's so obvious. Maybe Coinbase found out, let him go, and reported him. That's actually a really good theory, DJ. I wonder if they did, right? They found out and maybe told on him, which would be good for Coinbase saving face. You know, these product devs and seed investors share info like crazy. Interesting. The SEC can go after individuals who act as a collective to manipulate the market. You don't have to work for a company. Ooh. So maybe these Patreon pump and dump groups are a little, they could be in trouble, but man, I don't know. It's going to be tough, right? Ooh. That's rough, right? That's rough. Oh, man. I wonder what's going to happen. Everyone in this space is doing pump and dumps. My eyes have opened massively over the last 6 months. Yeah. Look, I thought about it. It's good money. It's good money. I've thought about it. Trust me, I've thought about it. It's good money. But I don't know where that's going to have me in fucking a year from now. I don't know if that's going to be legal. I don't know. But a lot of people are making some good money off Patreon pump and dump groups. I'm talking about $20 a membership. You got 100 people in there. That's some good passive income, right? Some good passive income. And some people make money. Some people lose, but Wall Street Bets haven't had any legal action. Yeah, that's true because Wall Street Bets, I mean, they artificially pumped GameStop and AMC. So DJ says Nancy Pelosi is not worth 120 million because she is such a good politician. No one really likes. Look it up. She's worth over 120 million. Was holding stimulus checks from people to stick it to Trump. Yeah, I mean, she, when we had the the C-19 lockdowns, she was getting like her hair done and stuff, right? Remember? It's obvious. Rules for thee, not for me. The elite have special privileges. What about Joe Biden's son? Smoking crack and shit, taking videos of him. Like, I literally had a GoPro everywhere he went with hookers. And when that came out during the election, what they say? Oh, Russian disinformation. Now it's like common knowledge. It's so fucking bullshit. Mainstream media sucks. Mainstream media sucks so much. It's always about my side versus yours. Every time you hear the president or anybody speak about a world issue, it's always, well, that party did it wrong. The Republicans or the Democrats. It's like, it's never, let's address the fucking issue. It's always about getting reelected. Have any of you seen the movie Don't Look Up? That is a perfect representation of our leadership in this country. A lot of people didn't like that movie. I love that movie. And it just, it's like, hey, there's a meteor headed towards the earth in 6 months. We're all going to die. And the whole time, they're just trying to destroy their political partners. Insane. And make money, right? Jayhawk. What's up, G-Vibes? How you doing? Just call it Pump and Dump Shitcoin Patreon. Who's in? I know, right? Honestly, Pump and Dumps wouldn't be that illegal. This is different. Someone had insider information on what was going to be listed, and he was on God mode. That is God mode. It's something, especially in Coinbase. Now, if this was like Global MEXC or like, I don't know, Gate.io, then who cares? But Coinbase is a huge deal. If something gets listed on Coinbase, it's going to pump a little bit at least, right? They go after the companies because they know better or they should know better, but they also have more money to manipulate the market, so they watch them more closely because of influence. That's true. Yeah, smoking crack and banging hookers, dude. Amen. Facts on facts. Yeah, dude. Pump it up is nothing compared to insider listing information. Only if you're part of that project, though, Max Mark. Say if you're sponsored by that project or you have insider information on that project. That could be close, right? California governor going to run for president. That guy he's not going to get in. These are my reflections. What's up, CryptoFlex? Guess who's back in the motherfucking house? What's up, baby? Right to get Elon Musk on the workout program because he's looking like a raw chicken cutlet out there. Yeah, he's rich, but he doesn't take care of himself. Jeff Bezos is like Chad Thundercock. All right, let's finish the news and I'll start chatting with chat. So today at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, I will be having an AMA over on Twitter with Nutraceutical Finance. So if you guys want to come over and hang out, they're actually performing pretty well this week. Pretty good launch. Not bad. It's not a bad chart for first week of launch, up 68% on the week. So if you want to come hang out, merch is going to be getting out there very, very soon. They're going to be listing their supplements, have $113,000 in liquidity locked with a total market cap of 1 million. So about 1/10 locked away. So if you guys want to come hang out, I'll keep you posted on that. We're going to have some NutraFinance merch. Of course, I am partners with this project until further notice. And everything else is pretty much down. I mean, there's not much news to talk about besides that. What else did I have? And that's really it for news. So yeah, let's talk to the chat a little bit. I'm gonna hang out with the chat. So the news is over. Now we're just gonna hang out for the last 15 minutes and talk to the chat. And yeah, tell me what you guys are doing today, man. Pelosi traded 50 million in stocks since 2020 with a 69% return. Nice. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, Don't Look Up was a great movie, right? I'm so glad you're honest about our leaders. Yeah, they suck. How do you think I feel being in the military? I'm getting woke, and it feels bad being in the military. I'm going to be honest. Do as I say, not as I do is the motto of people with power and money. Exactly. Great movie. People didn't like it because they didn't understand how real that movie is and how it shows what actually goes on with the government and how much they're worried about you. Yeah, they don't care about you. It doesn't matter what political party you're in. They don't care about you. You know why? Because you're not part of their exclusive club. You don't have power. They just want to get elected, and they will tell you anything to get elected. They will say anything to get elected. They will. They'll say anything. Do I think some candidates are better than others? Yes. Do I think they give a shit about me? No. What do they care about? Your damn vote. That's what they care about. That's all they ever cared about. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And they have us peons out here fighting while they're just laughing, right? They have us peons out here fighting while they're just laughing. All right? I hate it. Jeff Bezos is taking HGH. Yeah, he is. He's taking TRT probably. Go to work, DJ. You getting all your chats read as usual? Hey, man. Currently, California governor playing with my left nut. Fuck him. What's up, Richards? Watch this. These are my reflections. Yeah, Grove Token's doing well. What is nude raps? What up? I was just checking out the new Civic Type R. Nice. Okay. What shady stuff do you think Trump does? Well, Trump is already a billionaire, right? But I don't think anyone likes Trump because he's not part of the club, right? Lillian Finance is on Shiba Swap. Really? Okay, that's nice. Dude, what happened to Lily Finance? All right, DJ, go get that money. All right, can you explain about what this company does and how you're having an AM and the one that you have an AMA with? This is our second AMA. We actually had a launch party. They're pretty much they're launching. So a lot of products are taking the route of not really being a blockchain project, instead using the blockchain to fund their project, right? And they'll do buybacks once they sell products. Now, I'm still expecting them. I need a good timeline on when they're going to be putting out nutraceutical products, right? Like health projects, like multivitamins, creatine, energy drinks, protein powder, that kind of stuff, right? So we'll see what's going on with that, but we'll definitely keep you posted. Yeah, I heard about that, Crypto Jones. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker, Crix Cross. I appreciate you. If you had 5K, and what blue chip would you choose to invest right now? Polygon. Yeah, Matic. There it is. Yes, I like XRP stuff. I do like XRP stuff. One of the former executives or something like that was saying that Bitcoin's rewards model is kind of flawed with a proof of work. That's what he was saying. And Bitcoin maxis didn't like that. CryptoFlex Rodney had a rogue mod blocking people. You think he was the one? That's exactly why I got out of the military. Humans are pieces of shit, especially the elite that are in power and are a total cunts. We are pretty much hamsters on a wheel and no way to change it unless someone goes postal on all of them. Well, we're not going to do that, right? We're not going to do that. But I do think it's kind of unfair when it comes to the way, we're all just, we are just hamsters on a wheel, right? We are just hamsters on a wheel. But it is unfair to see what's going on and the wealth gap becoming bigger and bigger and bigger between the rich and the poor, and to see that every time I decide to give the news a chance, like I'll take like 3 months off of the news, I'll watch something on the mainstream media about like the president speaking or something like that, and every time I do, it's always attacking the other partner. It's never getting to the bottom of the issue. It's never getting to the bottom of the issue. It's always virtue signaling to get votes. It's always attacking the other party to make them look bad so they can stay in power. That's what it's about. And you know what's crazy about that is that I'm not the only one who thinks that way. A lot of people do. That's not good. That's not good. I love my country because this place is literally the only place where a person like me could fucking come from nothing to try to make a good life for himself. And a lot of people share that same sentiment. But goddamn, we could be a little better, right? I do love my country. Don't get that twisted. I'm very patriotic. So Have you seen Volta Dragon Sailor Club NFTs? I have seen them. I've seen them. They can give me one. Austin's video needs Austin need a video on Grove and Rodney. Better fork over that cash. No, they can have an AMA. The AMA last night got to be Aladdin. Jayhawk. Oh shit! I was going to charge my phone. Fuck. These are my confessions. Just a couple, but you understand. Says she's got one on the way. Do my confession. So this is all workout based in this product. So is this all workout based in this product? No, it's they want to do more supplements, right? But I'll be trying them. So if I die from them, then I'll be your guinea pig. Nah, they're made with the same ingredients. I know people say that, oh, it's your ripoff of GNC or your ripoff of. It's like, dude, all supplements are a ripoff of each other. That's the supplement industry. They're all the same, but slightly different. So there's nothing unique about the supplement industry at all. Uh, 11 Bravo and 13 Foxtrot crypto clips. Nice. That's 98H and 98Y. 98 Hotel and is that intelligence or something like that? Same here. Love this country, born and raised, but we are on a realized slave trap. Could be, right? Is CryptoFlex blog TripleFlex trying to comment on your old account? What the fuck? No, I saw him. He's right here. I do respect the hell out of you for getting that. Jayhawk, no comment. When is the last time a politician fixed a problem for you? When was the last time a politician created a problem for you? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. The best thing I think you can teach people is like, hey, dude, no one's gonna come save you. If you're looking for the government to come save you, you're not. People hate that train of thought, like, hey man, you're responsible for your own problems. People hate that when I say that. But dude, that's the best thing you can teach people, because when you learn, when you just take the blame, even though it might life is unfucking fair. Life is not fair. It's never fair. It never was fair. It's never going to be fair. You know, just look at natural disasters. Is that fair? Is it fair? You know, the tsunamis when all the people, like 200,000 people died, hurricanes, cancer for no reason. Is that fair? No. Born into poverty, born into extreme wealth. Is that fair? No. Life is not fair. But if you're looking on one of these doofuses, these politicians to fix that problem for you, you're looking on the wrong spots. You got to look at yourself. It's a game of poker. You get a hand, you got to play, or you don't have to play and just blame everyone else. What are you going to, where's that going to get you? Right? That's not going to get you anywhere. So, bro, if Ryan Garcia fights, I don't know. Richard's crypto. He got checked by that English guy, right? Ryan did get dropped. If Tank hits him, he's going to go down. That's going to be a good fight. But I don't know. Ryan Garcia has knockout power too, and he's quick. That's a tough one. Thoughts on the Clear Value Tax video on Great Reset? We just watched that Yang Power. First of all, I love Clear Value Tax. That guy's awesome. Yeah, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. It all makes sense to me. Is it a huge conspiracy? No, I just think the U.S. government's mismanaging their money, and rich people are trying to get rich. USA is number one. I have more than all my family in Japan, and I'm only 29. Really, Free Machine. Marco Papa. Yeah. Fox News favors Republicans. Yeah, Fox News favors Republicans. CNN, MSNBC favors Democrats. Yeah. I get all my news from free news organizations that don't sugarcoat crap like big news companies. Same. Wait, people are still blocked? International travel really makes you realize how easy life is in the States. I'm telling you guys, go to Mexico, man. Go to a country where the wealth gap is huge. You'll see. Usually in third world countries, it's either you're really poor or you're really rich. Thank you, Free Machine. I appreciate you. What if Hunter Biden hung out with Charlie Sheen? What a party, bro. Dude, they must be going crazy, right? I'm taking GNC Pro Performance Bulk 1340. Don't get fat. Make sure you're working out hard. In order to make your muscles grow, you got to stimulate them. So you need to make sure you're training almost till failure, at least 2 reps away from failure, and try to go to failure on your last set. But you need to make sure you have a good workout split. You can't be eating a bunch of calories and not working. You have to work out hard. Your body needs a reason, right? The flip the switch is what everyone is waiting on. If financial freedom and generational wealth you seek stay on the crypto path, the elite will do whatever they can in power to stop you. True. Everyone has their own proprietary blend of ingredients and supplements. Same ingredients, different amounts. Exactly. So it's like to say that nutraceutical finance is just like, oh, you just fucking. It's like, well, dude, it's all the same. It's all the same. And the supplement industry is not regulated. So they can literally tell you anything they fucking want. There's only a few things when it comes to workout supplements that I take. One is creatine, two is protein powder. That's it. I take fish oils, omegas, just because, you know, I want to. I take vitamins and minerals, but anything else I don't really take because there's nothing proven behind it. It's all just to get you to buy it. Okay, yeah, 98. Yeah, okay. I thought it was intelligence, crypto clips. Nice, bro. One thing I understood about Nutra, I understand that they are raising money, but doesn't he work at his dad's company that already has a tech of connections? Is like a GoFundMe for a business? It's his own business, so he's using his dad. His dad is letting him use his business for it. It's not his business. It's not Rodney's business. It's his dad's business, right? So he's using his factory to make the supplements. I guess they have an agreement or whatever. He's letting his son launch his crypto project to use his factory to make his supplements. Doesn't mean they're intertwined. There's a video of his dad approving that message. So that's already a step ahead, that someone that you know is letting you use and have a manufacturing company to process your supplements. Will they be good? I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, is it sustainable? We'll have to see. I want you guys to invest if you want to invest, but I'm giving them a platform to market their project because it's a decent product right now, and they've been honest so far. So we'll see what's going on. But Rodney's pretty cool. We talk a lot, and those sorts of things. And I know they kind of dunked on him on Cuffing the Dips AMA, which is kind of hilarious to me. It seemed like a trap to me, but you know, they're kind of saying that, hey, you're a copy of Bollocks token, and Bollocks is a supplement company, but it's got like everyone makes a decentralized exchange in this fucking like Volt Inu is making a DEX. You know, well, Uniswap has a DEX. Saitama has a DEX. It's like, well, yeah, they're all doing the same thing. But, you know, nutraceutical finance has a factory, a place where they can actually get their supplements going, right? So is it a good product? Will it be good? I don't know. Most new businesses fail. We'll have to see what's going on. But, you know, I have this. They have my support, and we're going to see where it goes. So I'm not going to just shield something and tell you guys to buy it without giving you the pros and cons of it, because it's not how I do things, right? And I make that clear to everybody I work with, that that's not how I'm going to do things. So I am not going, dude, I'm never going to Arizona again. Literally, right when I landed in Arizona, my eyebrows flamed off. All right, let's skip some of these. I stopped working out because of a shoulder injury, but kept drinking the shakes. 15 pounds gained in the gut. Yeah, you don't want to keep drinking. Look at guys. If your maintenance calories a day, say for example, to exist, if you were to sit in bed all day and to exist, you need 2,000 calories. In order to build muscle, you only need about 300 extra calories. You don't need it like 1,000. It's same thing. It's the same thing for pregnant women. You don't need to overeat a ton to gain muscle. You just don't. And same thing with pregnant ladies. You don't need to overeat a ton to feed the baby. That's just not what the science tells us. But people overeat and justify it by saying, "Oh, I'm bulking, bro," or I got cravings from having a baby. You know, it's like you don't need to overeat that much. We do because it's fun. I like to overeat too. You know, but yeah, you got to keep working out. Shoulder injuries suck. Shoulder injuries stay with you forever. I've had a micro tear, but that's it. And now I always thoroughly warm up. So. Exactly. I'm Mexican American, and going to Mexico as a kid for vacation had made work hard because seeing families living in harsh conditions without government help is so fucked up. Yeah, dude. Exactly. Exactly, right? Mexico's tough, man. What creatine brand you taking? I have it in my kitchen. Let me check. This is hilarious. It's called NutraBio. That's hilarious. It's called NutraBio. The thing you need to look for in creatine is just creatine monohydrate. That's it. It needs to have creatine monohydrate. That should be one of the only ingredients is in here, right? Other ingredients, it says absolutely none. Just creatine monohydrate. This supplement is the only supplement proven to actually boost performance in the gym. That's it. That's it. It brings more water to the muscles, right? It does help you with performance. This caffeine, all right, caffeine, you know, caffeine used to be illegal for the Olympics, right? Then they unbanned it. So that's why pre-workout is so powerful, because caffeine does help. Creatine does help. Protein powder is a good supplement, so that it's a supplement. If you can't get in all your protein, because if I want to build muscle, my protein intake needs to be 200 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein to get through natural foods. It can happen, but if you're trying to stay in a caloric deficit, it's going to be hard to get that much protein. You know, staying around 2,200 calories. So I use a couple scoops of protein powder to supplement. Like 2 scoops of protein powder in a shake is 50 grams of protein, which is insane. Especially if you're vegan, it could be hard, right? It's hard to get protein in. You have to be very crafty. I mean, vegans can definitely do it. There's a lot of tools, especially nowadays, for vegans to get the adequate amount of protein. But there's only a few supplements that actually work. The fitness industry is riddled with fucking fake ass products that, oh, boost testosterone, and nothing fucking works. But you know why they can do that shit? Because it's not FDA regulated, really. So keep that in mind. So all those fitness things that you see online and they tell you it's not true, dude. It's they're just trying to make money, right? Dude, there's a lot of comments I'm not gonna be able to get to. I don't take pre-workout anymore. I just use Monster energy drinks. They're fucking insanely caffeinated. I'm already kind of hyper as it is, as you can tell. It makes my heart go crazy, so I don't use it anymore. ASMR fan, that is a big thing. Sometimes creatine can upset your stomach. Some people, one of my friends, one of my homegirls that I'm seeing right now, she does not take, she's a lifter. She does not take creatine because it does affect her gut. So she just doesn't take it, but some people, most people, it doesn't do that too. Now, keep this in mind. When you first take creatine, they want you to creatine load, which is to take 25 grams a day. I don't suggest that. I would just start off with 5 grams, which is 1 scoop, put it in your water or whatever liquid you drink, maybe your protein shake. That's fine. Get it in. You want to get it in. It's not going to make it. Yes, you're going to retain water weight. Fine. But you want to make sure that you get it in, right? Beta alanine, baby, don't be a nerd. I don't use that. So what boosts your testosterone? Lowering your body fat boosts your testosterone. Lifting weights, improving your improving your cardio, eating better, right? And those sorts of things that naturally boost your testosterone. If you're taking drugs, then you can boost your testosterone, but I don't advise doing that. It's not worth it. Don't take drugs. Yes, you usually get all the branched chain amino acids you need from your food. You take Monster now and another one before the workout. I usually drink 2 Monsters in the morning and I have a couple Diet Cokes afternoon, and that's it. So I have 2 Diet Cokes in the afternoon, 2 Monsters in the morning. So that's about, I'd say a little under 400 milligrams of caffeine, which is not a lot compared to some people. Some protein powders has 300 milligrams of caffeine and people drink Monsters. So no, I don't take any of that stuff. Yeah, protein powder is protein. I mean, just look at the macros, right? Fish oil is good. Buying ETH lowers your testosterone by 15%. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's time for your boy to hit the gym, baby. Yes, omega-3s and the 6s. I take all my fish oils every single day. You guys, it's time to hit that back day. Look at, you know, you could get ripped. All you need to do is have a decent amount of muscle mass and make sure you eat less than you're burning, right? Caloric deficit. That's it. I'm your walking example. You saw the results, baby. Get shredded, boy. All right, guys. Have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You all have been wonderful. Hope I can fill you on all your awesome crypto news and a little bit of fitness news. Make sure to clickety-clack that like button on your way out. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.